morning to all of you children. Today we are going to see question answer of My Greatest Olympic Prize written by Jesse Owens. I was in for a surprise dash to jump with him. What surprised Jesse Owens at the broad jump trials? He was startled to see a tall boy hitting the pit almost 26 feet on his practice jump. Number 2. Who was that person who startled Jesse Owens at the trials? What was he told about that person? He was a German named Lars Long. He was told that Hitler had kept him under wraps, evidently hoping to win the jump with him. How would Long's victory affect the Nazis? If Long won, it would add some new support to the Nazis' Aryan superiority theory, and Hitler wanted that German athletes must be winners and Negroes must not bag medals. Question 4. Why was Jesse angry at Hitler's ways? He was a Negro. He was a little under the collar about Hitler's ways. He was determined to go out there and really show Der Führer and his master race who was superior and who was not. What was Jesse Owens determined to do? He was determined to show Der Führer and his master race who was superior and who was not. Extract 2. An angry athlete dash trials and make a fool of myself. What does every coach tell the athletes? Every coach will tell the athletes to avoid foul attempts and not to get angry while playing. Why did Jesse Owens fail to qualify for the finals in the first two jumps? His anger against the German athletes made him commit two mistakes. On the first of his 3 qualifying jumps, he leaped from several inches beyond the takeoff board for a foul. On the second attempt, he fouled even worse. How did he curse himself for not qualifying for the finals in the first 2 jumps? He cursed himself, telling that he had made a fool of himself by playing a foul game. Further, he told and thought bitterly whether he had crossed 1,000 miles and returned playing foul games. Question 4. What did Jesse do in disgust? Who was the athlete that had easily qualified for the finals in his first attempt? He kicked the pit in disgust. German athlete Lars Long qualified for the finals in his first attempt. Why was Jesse nervous? How was he trying to hide it? Jesse was nervous when he saw his rival athlete qualifying the broad jump easily. He asked Lars Long that he was to hide his nervous. How he was to hide his nervousness. Extract 3. For the next few minutes, take off board. What did Long tell Jesse that made him feel good? Long uttered, "You should be able to qualify with your eyes closed." What were Long's view about Hitler's Aryan supremacy theory? Although he had been schooled in the Nazis' youth movement, he did not believe in the Aryan supremacy business. Number 3. Describe Lars Long's physical appearance. He had a lean, muscular frame, clear blue eyes, blonde hair, and a strikingly handsome chiseled face. What tip did Long give Jesse that would help him to qualify for the finals? Long instructed Jesse to draw a line a few inches in back of the board and aim at making his takeoff. Number 5. What removed Jesse Owens' tension? What did Jesse do to qualify for the finals? The word uttered by Long, "Why don't you draw a line a few inches in back of the board and aim at making your takeoff from them? You will be sure not to foul, and you certainly ought to jump far enough to qualify. What does it matter if you are not first in trials? Tomorrow is what counts." This remark made by Long reduced or lessened Jesse's tension. He drew a line a few inches in the back of the board and aimed at making his takeoff to qualify for the finals. Extract 4. Suddenly all the tension seemed to about danger, other things. Why did Jesse go to Les Long's room? What did they talk about? Jesse went to Les Long's room because he wanted to thank him for a good piece of advice and a word of encouragement how to qualify for the broad jump in spite of repeated failure and foul games. What feelings did Jesse carry with him after talking to Long for 2 hours? What did Long want him to do? A real friendship had been formed. Les Long wanted him to do his best. In other words, he wanted Jesse Owen to win. Number 3. How did Long fare in the event? What did Long congratulate Jesse for? Les Long broke his own past record. He came second or bagged silver medal. Jesse was congratulated for setting the Olympic record of 26 feet 5 by 5/16 inches. Besides, he bagged a gold medal. How did Hitler react when Long congratulated Jesse by shaking hand with him? Hitler was standing not 100 yards away. He glared at them. Number 4. Number 5. What do you understand about Les Long after his handshake with Jesse Owen? It expressed 24-carat friendship between them. It was genuine friendship.